Delberta and I met many years ago when we were both at a local church, and it was such a blessing. Our families became friends, and then we were so glad that we both came here to Ozark to work. And she is such a friendly, caring person, and she always makes the best of difficult circumstances. She and Kurt worked tirelessly for the Lord and for His church. And Delberta, I will miss you so much, especially at Friday lunches, but we will all miss you, and the library just won't be the same without you.
Well, I first met Delberta back in the spring of 2007 when I was still a student here, when her and her husband Kurt came up on stage for Victory Chapel after Week E, and they she had stated that our friend Matthew, who ran the mission in Haiti, he said, well, bring your lazy instruments and we'll put them to good use down here. Well, I used to play saxophone, which I could never play to begin with, but I brought it, and, well, after a while she said there was an opening on the team to go, and she said I could take it and present it down there myself. And so I did, and that's how I got introduced to Haiti and the people and started loving them because of her. And I'd have to say 3 words that describe her the best to me are compassionate, caring, and praying. And I say thank you, Delberta, for introducing me to Haiti.
I met Delberta Fluharty my very first semester on campus here at Ozark 4 years ago. I was lucky enough to have her pick my resume out to work with her in the AV department. And thankfully, she chose me, and that began a relationship where she was my boss, except Delberta was always much more than a boss. She was always a friend as well. 3 words that I would use to describe Delberta. The first one would be loyal. Delberta is somebody who, no matter what you've gone through with her, she'll still love you. She'll still respect you. She'll still be with you. She's been a part of Ozark Christian College for a very long time, and she's seen numerous changes, and through it all, never once has she said a bad word about the administration, never once has she complained, but she's always boasted about the amazing leadership here and the amazing direction that this college has. And furthermore, she's exhibited her loyalty towards her church at Diamond Grove, and how that church has gone through so many different ups and downs, and yet her and her husband Kurt have just stayed true, and it's been an honor for me to witness that. Another word I'd use to describe Delberta is compassionate. Delberta is somebody who, when she asks you, how are you doing, she actually wants a real answer. It's not just a pleasantry. It's not just something that you say, but she looks at you and sees you for the human being that you are and legitimately wants to help. No person is somebody to be ignored, but everybody is somebody that she could potentially help and grow closer to Jesus in the process. And then the final word that I would use to describe Delberta is hardworking. Delberta is somebody who has always had a lot on her plate here as the only full-time employee of the AV department. And because of that, she just has numerous responsibilities. And yet at the same time, her job puts her in the path of many different people. And she always makes time for them. She always drops what she's doing, no matter how busy she is, and she'll help some homeschool family mother looking to find a kid-friendly show to watch with her children. She always stops and helps find the perfect fit, the perfect DVD or the perfect educational seminar for them to watch. She makes time for everybody. Thank you, Delberta, for treating a first semester freshman as one of your own family and walking with him for 4 years of his life as he figured out what it meant to be a real man.
Delberta Fluharty has worked here at Ozark since 1994, almost a quarter of a century, and she's done almost everything. She has worked in the registrar's office, she's worked in the mailroom, she's worked in the bookstore, she's worked at the receptionist desk in both the old administration building and the new administration building, and she has worked here in the library under 4 different head librarians. Now, for a long time, she's been the director of our audio-visual department, and she has managed a collection of ever-changing technology. She started off with slide projectors, and then overhead transparency projectors, and then portable projectors for your laptop or for your iPod. She's moved from VHS video cassettes to DVDs. She started off with vinyl records of impact brass and then went to tapes. Now for our students, tapes were these rectangular things that you could record music on, and then went to CDs and to flash drives, and she has managed all of this because she just loves to serve people. Now, nobody has checked out more audio-visual resources through the years than I have. I'm a sermon junkie. I've listened to hundreds of sermons on tape and CD that she's given me. And in fact, right now, as we're talking, I literally have 48 different episodes of Adventures in Odyssey that are checked out in my name because my kids and I just drove to Indiana and back and to Texas and back. And literally all 6 of my kids have grown up going on car rides with me, and they have been laughing and listening and learning God's truth from audio-visual resources that were put in our hands by Delberta Fluharty. And I know there are countless students and faculty and families around the 4 states that could say the same thing. And Delberta has served all of those people with a great work ethic, with a joyful smile. She's had a great commission heart. She and her husband, Kurt, have for decades led the Diamond Grove Christian Church in the area, reaching kids that nobody else is reaching. And she's taken so many of our students through the years with her husband, Kurt, on mission trips to Haiti. And I think that's what I love best about Delberta, that she has not just worked here at OCC, but she has owned the mission of Ozark Christian College deep in her bones. So Delberta, as you conclude your time here, I want to say to you, well done, good and faithful servant. And on behalf of the entire Ozark Christian College family, I want you to hear us say, thank you.